Hi everyone, thanks for watching. Here are the 5 tips that you can practice with your child so that they can improve their speaking confidence. Tips number 1, use power pose to manage their stage fright. The first tip is the very basic of public speaking, managing stage fright. Being on stage and presenting a speech to a sea of crowds has caused fear to approximately 50 million people daily. So how can a child manage such a common fear? First and foremost, what you can do is to help your child to recognize the cause of their nervousness. This can range from their distaste for attention or low self-esteem to fear of unfamiliar faces or foreign experiences. One way they can help your child to minimize their fear is by using power pose. Make it a habit for your child before giving a speech to take a deep breath and think about the positive things about themselves. Then ask them to show you their favorite confident pose while you follow along as well. Use this as a way to distract them from negative talks that can come from their nervousness. As you do the poses with them, remind them of how talented they are and how proud you are of them. This form of encouragement would allow your child to go on stage with a positive mindset. Tips number 2. Healthy eye contact matters. Maintaining appropriate eye contact while giving a speech allows speakers to appear more confident while also grabbing the audience's attention, as they feel more included in the speech. It is crucial to acknowledge that healthy eye contact comes with practice and it is not something attained by chance. Let your child begin practicing with something they are comfortable with. Start with inanimate objects like toys or camera lenses so that they can understand what eye contact is before asking them to practice with family members or friends and even strangers. You can also simulate eye contact with a crowd by putting 3 objects in front of them. Each of them should be in a distance far enough that you have to turn your head to the right, middle, left. As they give their speech, stand behind the crowds and ask your child to look at where you are pointing. For every 3 to 5 seconds, change directions of where you are pointing at. From this, your child can learn how to shift their gaze as they speak to a large group of audiences. Tips number 3. Raise interest with hand gestures. The third tips involve hand gestures. Rather than awkwardly standing still on stage, some hand movements will not only make the speech more interesting and act as a visual elaboration, it can also make the speaker appear more welcoming and confident. To ensure that the hand gestures are purposeful and fitting for the speech, keep in mind that they are tools to visualize your main point, put emphasis, and engage with the audience. Some hand gestures your child can practice include one finger up to highlight an important point, hand held out to give a description, count it with fingers to count or list down something, pointing to oneself or the audience to address oneself or the audience is part of the hand gestures as well. To let your child warm up to hand gestures, what you can do is to give them a big open space to practice and ask them to make a big hands movement like stretching out their arms and swinging them around. You can guide them by doing the hand gestures in front of them and ask them to follow you like a mirror reflection. Tips number 4. Project the voice. In voice projection, it is not only about being loud enough to be heard, but it also consists of expressive tones and clear pronunciation. It is also important to remember that being loud and clear does not equal to shouting. A well-done voice projections can be achieved through right back postures and appropriate breathing techniques. Keep an eye on your child so that they avoid making these mistakes while giving a speech. Slouch back, eyes on the ground or reading on the notes, or giving a speech while sitting down. For clear pronunciations, try tongue twisters with your child and ask them to not hesitate to open their mouth to pronounce words clearer. Play the tone game with your child, where you ask your child to do a low and high tones according to whether you're pointing upwards or downwards as they read a script. Similar exercise can be done with tone expressions, where you ask your child to read the script according to the facial expressions you are doing. And our final tips, tips number 5, keywords is the key. Another tip that can be used when writing a script is to use only keywords, especially for cue cards or notes that will be brought on stage. It is best to let your child write their script using keywords. Using only keywords also stimulates creative thinking skills that are much needed as a speaker to speak spontaneously. This method allows them to explore their creativity and they will be more comfortable with their script. And also, avoid asking your child to write speech in a full script, as this will encourage your child to memorize it words for words. And with that, we conclude 5 tips that you can use to help your child to improve their speaking confidence. If you are willing to let your child take up the next big step, sign up for our free trial class today and let your child experience the wonderful world of public speaking with Ebright. Thank you for watching.